Alright, today we're going to review episode 210 of Chips, Return of the Turks. I'm your host, Flagon, along with Boom Boom Gaza and Skip Fecal. In this episode, we have an iron lung, and let's see, what else do we have? We have the Latino Flash.
Latino Flash, yes.
So let's just get started.
Alright, so we're going to start with the best line by Ponch, and I'm going to go with, he's talking to one of his old friends, and he says, "Don't you recognize me? I'm the Latino Flash."
Yeah, it's me, the Latino Flash!
Yeah, that's better.
That was mine as well. All around Latino Flash.
Straight up Latino Flash.
That brings us to the best extra. I had the fake cop, whose brother was a partner, a baker, or a punch at one point.
Yeah, that was a good one, but I like the girls who stopped and asked Punch and John where Ventura Freeway was.
Oh,
It had nothing to do with the episode at all.
That's right.
Yeah. I didn't really have any best extras, so both those are good. Next, we will do best car that was wrecked. And there was a pipe truck that was involved in an accident, and all the pipes came off the truck.
Of course.
My favorite car that was wrecked was the first time the Auto Boppers got back together and crashed into a car. Wasn't that great of a car that got wrecked, but you knew that was something special was going to start happening with the Auto Boppers.
Yes, and I had any of the Auto Boppers wrecked cars. There were many of them. Take your pick. That brings us to best chase music. Hard to narrow this one down, being that there's a lot of bopping and a lot of accidents and a lot of chasing. So I would say probably within the first 10 minutes.
I like when they first pulled over this bright blue van that Sid was driving. It was really good, happy music for a really sad point in the story.
Oh. Alright, so we'll have
Anyway.
favorite off-duty moment. And I had when Ponch was playing pool with Sid and talking to Sid about growing up.
And Rudy Altmaier.
And Rudy
Altmaier.
My favorite off-duty moment was when Baker and Ponch brought the birthday cake to the girl in the iron lung. And it's obvious that she has breathing problems, so why did they expect her to be able to blow out the candles?
Yeah.
She can't turn her head or eat it or anything.
And they put the cake right onto her.
Yeah.
For her to blow it out.
Baker blew it out in the end.
Yeah. That was my iron lung as well. I had that one as well. Favorite on-duty moment? Fighting crime.
Yeah, can't go wrong with that. My favorite on-duty moment, again, was with the girl in the iron lung, but when they were trying to get her out of was she in the Schaefer?
Yeah, one of the.
She was in the Schaefer trying to get her out of there. That's my favorite scene.
The Schaefer that was as big as an office. It was huge.
That was my favorite on-duty moment as well. Just about how huge the ambulance was. It was like an entire room with like full-size cabinets, and Ponch could almost stand completely up in it and like take a whole walk in there. It was pretty big. Next is going to be Best Deep Thought by Baker, and I had friendship, like love, can be blind.
Good one.
Wow.
Don't remember who he said it to right now.
That's a very good one.
Good one.
I liked when he said, "What do you think we spent all that time in school for? Learn to hold a pencil?" That was when he was talking to his old partner's brother, because he was trying to be a cop without going to school.
I had talking the fake cop into quitting. He had a heart-to-heart with him and said, "Look, you don't want to do this. If you don't turn yourself in, I'll find you."
Yeah.
Good.
And that estimated money spent on wrecking cars this episode. I had 7017 in memory of the CHP headquarters.
Oh, very nice. I had $1,200, but I wasn't sure because I kind of lost count as far as how many cars the Auto Boppers hit.
Several.
I had a tally going to 6, and then I put ... 22.
Oh.
So I'm not really sure
In
where in
between
that range,
6
but
and 22.
$1,200 seems fair.
Alright. So next we'll have Scene with the tightest pants. I had Ponch's uniform. This time it seemed extra tight. I don't know. It was very form-fitting.
I thought Ponch's uniform when he was delivering the cake.
Yep. Yeah, that was a pretty good one. I had Ponch just driving his motor. Pretty tight everywhere. And that brings us to favorite botched attempt at authentic Spanish, which I didn't see any Spanish attempts.
No Spanish
You
in this
guys?
one for me.
No, I didn't see anything for that.
What about the most ridiculous line even for Chip standards? I have a hernia. Is what the lady in the car said to the fake cop.
Oh,
at the
yeah.
beginning.
I had women, they'll blow your brain if you let them. And I also had another one that said, the guy was, I think it was Sid driving the car, where the linkage got stuck.
Linkage.
and they were just driving all out of control. And then finally he was able to unstuck the linkage, and he explained to Baker, the linkage is now unstuck. It's okay.
Whatever that means. I'm beginning to feel like I'm doped up and there's no high.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That's a classic.
Guy was talking about his life and how boring it was now.
Poor Sid.
Favorite character?
Yeah, favorite character name.
I had a couple options: Rudy Altmaier, Prendy and Chops, and Archibald V. McNulty.
I don't remember
Prendy and
any of
Chops. That was friends with Sid and Rudy Altmaier.
Oh.
Yeah, they were talking about Prendy and Chops, but I think I'm gonna go with Rudy Altmaier.
Rudy Altmaier here.
I didn't Sid. I didn't really hear those other names. Best stock footage scene.
Brilliant shots.
Best stock.
I didn't have any stock footage.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
Scene that should have been left out. Did you have anything for that?
I did.
Yeah, go ahead.
What are you, Abe Lincoln Jr.?
Yeah,
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, what does that mean? I had when Ponch and Sid were playing pool. That was completely pointless and added nothing.
Alright.
Seen the best representative of the year the episode was filmed, an iron lung. I think those have been not in use for 30 years. So.
I had Baker's outfit when he was chasing his old partner's brother. He was all decked out in 70s garb with big glasses.
Yeah, that definitely set the scene there. Next is best villain, and I put the Car Boppers.
I had Sid. He was a member of the Autoboppers, but not because he was a member of the Autoboppers, but because he put a stop to the Autobopping.
Okay.
I think they should have kept going.
I had the Turk,
Oh yeah,
whoever that was.
yeah.
Yeah, because we don't even know.
We don't know who the Turks were, unless Turks is a short phrase for Autoboppers.
Okay, next, Ponch demonstrated he is an expert at, and I put aging because he is giving Sid all this advice on how to grow gracefully
Oh.
and mature and all that. So.
Yeah, I said the same thing, but I call it counseling.
Okay, very good.
I had pool and not auto-bopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not autobopping. Lastly, we have the favorite Grossy moment, and I didn't have anything for that this time.
I liked it in briefing when Grosy said, "Look at my face, it's the epitome of honesty." And then the place went wild, everybody started laughing.
Oh.
That's it. I didn't have a grossy moment. Nothing really stood out to me to be that particularly funny.
I had a couple quotes here. My life is like a hunk of warmed over cabbage.
That's right.
What does that mean? I don't know. Latino Flash, and Flash is also known as the Brass Enchilada. So those are some good names.
Very good.
The only other quote that I like is when Sid's always saying we need to get together and hoist a few beers. And so in honor of Sid, we'll conclude this episode of 210 Return of the Turks by hoisting a few beers.
Cheers.
Cheers.